Could you please introduce yourself and your position at ISR?
Hi, I'm Leo Grubelic and I'm the computing teacher for elementary here at ISR.
How long have you been part of the ISR family?
I've been a part of ISR since 2020. This is my 6th year at ISR.
ISR students begin computing lessons in grade 1. What practical skills do you think are the most important to teach our younger students in the early years of elementary school?
Technology is a really big, important part of everyone's lives nowadays, and especially for our younger students, it's a lot different compared to when I was their age. Their point of entry is a tablet nowadays, so they have to get used to using a regular computer here at school. But I would say in computing lessons in grade 1 and grade 2, computing is mostly a cross-curricular subject, which helps them to expand their knowledge of topics they do in their homeroom, especially English and maths. And computing lessons help them to gamify the concepts they learn in class. They learn something and they have fun, so it's great for them.
Online safety is an essential topic for students today. What approaches, tools, or activities do you use to help students learn about staying safe online?
Yes, online safety is one of the most important topics here at ISR. We start off every year with a module about online safety from grade 1 onwards, actually. We start off with the basics, how to keep your passwords and data safe, how to recognize and how to react against cyberbullying, and also what to do in case we encounter some misinformation online. This is also something we encounter a lot, especially nowadays with AI-generated misinformation. The programs and websites that we use for online safety, for grades 3 and 4, we have Think You Know's Band Runner series, and for grades 5 and 6, it's Google's Interland and Space Shelter. We'll provide links for that. And also for our youngest students, we also have interactive stories in Busy Things about online safety and quizzes that we do periodically each year.
At what stage do you begin introducing ISR students to the topic of artificial intelligence, and how do you approach it?
So AI-assisted activities are introduced from grade 3 onwards in websites such as Google's Experiments for Learning and Hour of Code. These are AI-assisted activities, so we don't just rely on AI to do all the work. We always need human input. We teach a program, a robot within the program, how to recognize trash from marine wildlife so it can separate the trash that goes into the ocean from the animals. So this is, for example, a nice thing. Also, large language models. There's this, the world's largest doodle data set, so we teach the machine how to recognize our drawings. So there are a bunch of fun AI-assisted activities. However, always with AI, we have to be careful that it doesn't steer the ship. So we always have to be in control. And we cannot rely on it solely to produce stuff without us even fact-checking it. So even students, even if students might be inclined to use something AI-generated, we still need to be critical about it, nitpick it, and see and check our sources if this that has been produced from AI, if it's actually factually correct. So that is what we need to always stay vigilant about.
For the past 3 years, you've led ISR's participation in the AstroPi Mission Zero Challenge, hosted by the European Space Agency and the Raspberry Pi Foundation. Could you tell us a bit more about this project and how it enhances students' learning experiences?
Yes, so AstroPi is a phenomenal challenge for students. We do it in grade 5 and 6. First, the Code Club participants in my SEA do it, and then they help me with the other students in the class. So what it's all about, students use Python, a programming language, to code a little image and message to be displayed on a Raspberry Pi computer on the International Space Station. So I have a picture of it here. This is a certificate from one of our students that participated last year. This is the computer which the astronauts have on board the space station, and the students code the image that goes on the computer. It's usually, the theme is flora and fauna from Earth, but students can code any picture actually. And it brings a bit of color to the astronauts' lives. It reminds them of home because they're up there for months on end. And it's actually, I didn't think it would be possible during my lifetime, but here we are. Students are actually giving a part of themselves and sending it into space. And yes, we have here, when the program is completed and submitted, it says that students so-and-so from ISR had their computer program run on the International Space Station as part of Mission 0. These are astronauts that signed their name on this certificate. Also a cool thing, they show us exactly where their program ran in relation to the space station and Earth, and students get their coordinates, which they can input in Google Maps and find out exactly if this one is right above the Atlantic Ocean, but sometimes it's above a city, and it looks like this. So this student coded an image of popcorn. I don't know if it will be visible here, but it's a fun way to get ISR on the map and to get students to be a part of space history.
Reflecting on your time as an educator, what has been one of your most rewarding experiences at ISR so far?
So I'm continually impressed by all the hard work and dedication and just passion that students have and bring to computing lessons. So anytime we do any type of project, students give it their best, and they always produce work that makes me scratch my head, that it's just so impressive. So the way I would solve a problem or code something doesn't necessarily mean that a student would do it that same way. And that's very good because there's a continuous dialogue, there's a continuous collaborative spirit in computing lessons, and everyone's working together to give it their best. And this is really, it's really satisfying as an educator because I'm just a moderator here. I give them the basics and then they fly and do their own thing.
Finally, on a more personal note, when you're away from the computer, how do you like to spend your free time? Do you have any hobbies or interests you enjoy pursuing?
Yes, I love to take walks with my dog every day. Then I enjoy listening to and making music. I'm an avid basketball player. I try to play as much as possible and also travel as much as possible. The more you see and experience of the world, you always come back a better, more enriched person.
Okay, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.